Hi everyone, my name is Brinda. I'm working as a consultant psychologist at Absolute Mind Clinic. So many of you might have come across the term insomnia and may have used it casually at least once to say that, you know what, I'm not able to get enough sleep these days and I think I have insomnia. So, what exactly is insomnia? Insomnia is a sleep disorder in which you face a difficulty either to fall asleep or to maintain the sleep. You will not have that satisfaction of having slept and will not feel rested even after you wake up, though you have slept for an adequate amount of time. Now, to put it in other word, you will have a problem with the quality or quantity of your sleep. You guys know that an adult body requires about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every day based on your age. But the data from various studies are showing that most of us are at a roadblock when it comes to getting this amount of sleep. And about 10 to 15% of population has shown symptoms of insomnia. And it is usually more prevalent among female as compared to male population. So now let's take a closer look at what it actually entails. Insomnia can be when you find it difficult to get sleep and you toss from side to side for long hours at night but can't get sleep. It can also be when your sleep gets disturbed every now and then and you wake up from sleep and cannot go back to sleep. Or it can be when you wake up too early and still cannot go back to sleep. In many cases, insomnia coexists with other medical problems, and in about 40 to 50% of the cases, insomnia co-occur with other mental disorders. Now, with work from home and at night shift, people are finding it difficult to maintain their sleep because after long hours of work, they have to wake up and manage the work at house as well. Now that they are staying with their family or that their sleep is disturbed by some noise from outside. Have you ever thought about how the sleep problem can affect your health? Insomnia can affect the cognitive ability, that is, affecting your mental actions and processes. It will decrease your level of attention, concentration, memory, and even your decision making skill. It can result in various physical and psychological symptoms as well. It will affect the quality of life and your functioning. It may also lead to other health issues including fatigue, low energy, obesity, diabetes, even cardiovascular diseases, and contributing to mood disturbances. Now, there are various factors that are considered as a reason for this condition. It might occur as a result of any major life events like a major illness of yourself or someone close to you, or death of a closed person, or even separation from a loved one, or a divorce, or a loss of your job, or even due to some daily life stressor. Normally, the person will go back to their regular sleep schedule after a while after they have coped with these events. But few others will continue to face these symptoms. They might start thinking about why they are not getting sleep and about their difficulties at length in bed and spend a lot of time thinking about these things. And they continue to lose sleep. So it becomes like a cycle. If an individual faces these sleep difficulties for at least 3 nights per week for at least 3 months, in spite of a proper chance to get sleep, then it will be considered as a disorder. There are various risk factors also associated with insomnia, like anxious or a kind of worry nature of the individual, or a tendency to suppress your emotions, or some environmental factors like maybe noise and light and something like uncomfortably high or low temperature, or even the high altitude. Insomnia can be caused due to various factors including stress and, as I mentioned above, any traumatic event or physical pain, or even due to jet lag. Nowadays, due to work late night shift and an early shift and certain change in these shift, or it can be also the result of your sleep habits like sleeping in a new room or a new place, irregular bed timing, taking nap during daytime, using bed for other things like maybe using your phone or watching TV, and maybe even excessive use of them before sleeping. Then other things like eating in bed, consumption of coffee or other caffeinated drinks, and even the use of other psychoactive substances or some drugs. Now, insomnia can also occur in some other mental health conditions like depression, PTSD, or even anxiety. These pattern of habits should be changed and we should give proper attention to the sleep pattern. And if not, it will affect the quality of life of an individual. So it's necessary to bring changes in these sleep disturbance so that we can have a better quality of life. Now, if you find yourself in this place or you feel the need to help someone in this situation, you can always take help from a mental health professional who would help you through this to bring change in this pattern of habit. So, I'll see you guys with another topic in a different session. Thank you.